One way that the National Corn Growers Association works to move the industry forward is through its annual Corn Yield Challenge. Cattleman to Cattleman reporter Brian Baxter has a look at this longtime event.
Corn farmers measure success in a variety of ways, but many define it by whether they reach their bushels per acre goal at the end of the season. Some like to further test their production skills by competing in the National Corn Yield Contest, which has been challenging growers annually since 1965.
When the Corn Yield Contest started, we had 20 entries from 4 states. This year, we had over 6,500 entries from 46 states, and the high yield was 394 bushels an acre. Our state winners are typically about 40% higher than the national yield average put out by the USDA. Our national winners are typically about 65% higher than the national US average. And so it is what they can do on 10 acres of ground, not the whole field. So they play around with the rates, the timing, different products. So if that is profitable for them and successful, they can implement that across the whole acreage of their farm.
The National Corn Yield Contest is one of our longest, oldest, and most valuable programs at NCGA. We also love how it allows folks to try new things in small areas. And so the Corn Yield Contest is literally where the best producers in the U.S. try new things to become even better.
Farmers can compete in 10 different production classes based on their growing practices to see who can achieve the highest corn yields.
The corn contest is a way to showcase the farmers, the hard work they do, its pride in what they do to grow that top yield. And then some people will think, well, oh, it's just this one area. No, we have different regions. There's multitude of classes, so there's a lot of chances for guys to showcase themselves.
It gives them an opportunity to challenge themselves. Plus, it's a great way to be in a competition. Not only compete against themselves, but compete against their neighbor. Because who doesn't like a good game?
So my dad started entering in the early 90s. So it's kind of fun to get these contest fields. We always try something new each year on these, just depending on what we see that looks maybe will be the next big thing or something. So we'll try it on the first contest field, and then we'll adopt it to the rest of the farm.
I've been entering the Corn Yield Contest since 2015. I'd say the biggest value that I get out of the corn contest is meeting a lot of people, friends that I would have never met prior to them, and learning new things, optimizing yield.
This is my second year in the contest. It just gives me something to strive for and try to make myself better. I've met a lot of friends through this corn competition, and we get to talk and share ideas, and it helps me on our farm, and I think what we share together helps them.
In 2023, NCGA added an additional feature to the contest, a new class focused on nitrogen management.
For almost 60 years of the contest, it's really been the basic same premise. Grow as many bushels as you can per acre and do it however you want to do that. For 2023, we're introducing a pilot class where we're actually going to limit the amount of nitrogen growers can use. It's one new challenge, one new way to see what we can do and push those yields with that limitation.
So when you have the limit of the 180 pounds of nitrogen, but we are not limiting it on how it and when it is applied, you may have somebody that applies it all at one time. You may have somebody that split applicates it during the year to see if that helps them grow the best crop they can.
Each year, the state and national winners of the contest are honored at a special reception at Commodity Classic and also at NCGA's trade show booth.
The intention is for them to feel welcome and feel proud of the year that they had. We wanted the graphics to be larger than life, and people have connected with them.
Our biggest goal when we put together our booth each year is we want our members, when they leave our booth, to be proud to be an NCGA member. And we hope that both our winners and our general members, when they're here this week, when they walk in this space, that they're proud to be a corn grower, that they're proud to be a part of our organization.
Corteva, through its flagship seed brand, Pioneer, was once again a sponsor of the Corn Yield Contest.
The Pioneer brand is 97 years young at this point, and we really built around improving productivity for the farmer. So that's still our mission today, enriching the lives of those who produce and consume. And when you look at this yield contest, it matches that vision very well.
The National Corn Yield Contest challenges growers to explore new management ideas and production techniques while also gaining valuable knowledge that can enhance their future yield potential.
I think the yield contest is critically important to the industry because it really puts the farmers in a position to learn themselves how they can increase yield on the farms and then share what they learn with other farmers.
So a grower with like tillage practices and weather events in similar areas can utilize that information, see if they can implement it at their own farm so that they can benefit from what their neighbors are doing.
What it does is show the capability of that corn plant can produce. You know, back when I first started going, back in Minnesota, if we could produce 100 bushel acre corn, we thought we were doing great. Now, these new genetics that they have in that plant, it just shows you the on potential limit where we can go with that crop of corn. And that's what we're going to need, more bushels to feed the world.
Reporting from Commodity Classic in Orlando, Florida, I'm Brian Baxter for NCBA's Cattleman to Cattleman.